Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Probe Virtual College Fair. We're excited to have you participating in this event. We have some fantastic schools here with us today. My name is Daisha, and I will be your facilitator. Before we get started, I have a few housekeeping items to share. Your camera and microphone are off, so our panelists will not be able to see or hear you. However, you can use the Q&A button on your screen to type any questions you have for our presenters at any time, and they can respond to you. This is one of many sessions that have happened tonight, so be sure to check out the strivescan.com/probe website to view the recordings of any session. This session will be recorded, and you'll also be able to access any others that you might have missed. I'd now like to turn it over to our first presenter, Brewton-Parker College.
Hey everyone, my name is Lauren and I'm an admissions counselor at Brewton-Parker College. We are located in Mount Vernon, Georgia. That's kind of close to Vidalia for those that don't really know where Mount Vernon is. So welcome, first of all. Just want to give y'all a little snapshot of some of our numbers that we have at Brewton-Parker. Our student-teacher ratio is only about 16-1, so we have very small class sizes. So if you're looking for a school that has small class sizes and you'll know your professor, they'll know you, that's definitely something we can provide. We only have about 500 students that currently live on campus. And then we have over 20 different programs of studies that you can choose from. And then we have 18 different athletic teams that we have on campus as well. These are some different organizations that we offer through our school. So some are honor societies based on the major that you have. We do have a fraternity, and then we are a Christian school, so we have a ministerial association. And then we do have some groups for musically inclined people. So if you like to sing or play an instrument, we do have groups for that as well. Because we are a Christian school, we do have spiritual life opportunities. We have weekly chapel services for our students, Sunday campus church, and then we also have FCA and BCM for our students as well, so they can grow spiritually. These are the different athletic teams that we do have. A lot of them, we do have men and women's sports, and then some are even co-ed, like bass fishing or competitive cheer. Those are co-ed sports. We do have several different dorms available for both our males and females. We do generally have more males on campus, so we do have more options for males. Most of our dorms are suite style, and all that means is that at least 2 dorm rooms are sharing a restroom. These are the different programs of study that we have currently. We are looking to add a couple more. So here, close in December, we'll be adding some more majors. We're launching a nursing program in the fall of 2022. And then we are also going to be adding exercise science with 2 concentrations, one in pre-physical therapy, and then also another one in health and human performance. And then we'll also be adding chemistry with a concentration in biochemistry. So several different options for us. So if you're wanting to apply to our school, you'll want to visit apply.bpc.edu. For those that are tuned in, you'll actually have a code that will waive the application fee, so you can actually go ahead and apply for free. That waiver code is at the bottom. It's GAProbe22. So if you want to go ahead and check out our website, go ahead and apply. You can do it for free tonight, which I definitely encourage. Who doesn't like free things? And then once you apply, we'll need your high school transcripts. As long as you're completed through your junior year, then you're good to go. If you have a 2.0 or 2.7 core GPA, so we're test optional, so you don't have to have ACT or SAT scores, which means we're only looking at your core GPA, so we take out electives. Like I said, if you fall between a 2.0 or 2.74, that means that it's a conditional acceptance, and that just means your file will be reviewed by 2 of our professors just to see if you need some extra classes to help transition into college. And then if you're a 2.75 core GPA or higher, then you skip that step and you just go straight into your regular freshman classes. So pretty easy process. And then just some helpful hints for the financial aspect. We definitely encourage you to go ahead and file the FAFSA. You can do that at fafsa.gov. You can go ahead and start doing that because it opened on October 1st. Just make sure that you include our school code on it, and it's located right there. It's also located on our website if for some reason you can't find it. And something else that I also like to encourage students is go ahead and start looking for some scholarships. Look at your school, see if they have anything within the school that can help pay for your schooling, or if you have anything locally. And then there's also several websites out there that you can go on and create a profile on, and there's some of them that are listed here on the screen. But you can go ahead and make a profile on those, and they'll just start sending you a ton of opportunities to get extra money for college. Now, some of them you might have to write get a letter of recommendation, or even write an essay or something like that. But hey, free money is free money, and it definitely helps in any aspect. So yeah. And then lastly, I just want to thank you for your time. I definitely encourage you to go and apply at apply.bpc.edu. Remember that you have a waiver code, GA Probe 22. It's all lowercase, no spaces. And I know that you could have asked questions in the chat, but if you missed that opportunity, please feel free to email us at admissions@bpc.edu. We'd love to hear from you if you have any questions or concerns. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Brewton-Parker College. Our next institution is Gwinnett Technical College.
Hello, my name is Camilla Bowles. I am a coordinator with Gwinnett Technical College. So thank you for attending the session today. So I want to just give you some additional information about Gwinnett Technical College and the programs and things that we offer with Gwinnett Tech. So I'll start off by talking about our accreditation, which with our accreditation, we're accredited by the Southern Association of Colleges, is because when you're looking at a college or a university, you definitely want to look at the accreditation of that school to be sure that, one, if you're taking classes there, but you decide you want to go somewhere else to take any classes, then those classes will be transferable over to another college or university. Gwinnett Tech being accredited by the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools that offers associate degrees. That's important because our associate degrees are transferable over to four-year colleges or universities. And so with that being said, students are able to get those transferable over. We have transfer agreements with other colleges such as GGC, Georgia Gwinnett College, Georgia State, Kennesaw State University. So a lot of different colleges we have transfer agreements with or articulation agreements with. So those things are important in looking at options as well. The next thing is our student resources. So with Gwinnett Tech, we offer Veterans Affairs. So if you're available, if you're a vet or a dependent of a vet or a spouse of a vet, you're able to use those benefits with us. We have disability services, which provides reasonable academic accommodations for students if they're in need of that. We have counseling services if you're needing mental health counseling or any other type of services. We've been through a whole pandemic for the last going on 2 years now. So if it's something that you need to speak with someone about, there is certainly an option and availability for that. We have Learning Resource Center or Learning Success Center, which provides tutoring and assistance for students in math and English, as well as other subjects. And then we also have our Career Services Department, which offers job placement assistance, assisting with your resume, skills on how to apply and interview for jobs. And then of course we have our enrollment advisors who assist students once they have been accepted into the school. And then we also have student open labs. So if you don't have a laptop already on campus with you when you're on campus and you want to use one of our computers to be able to do your assignments, make copies and things like that, that's available to you as well. And then of course we have our bookstore, which sells all kind of GTC apparel, computers, tablets, all kind of things that are being sold within our bookstore. So these are our programs of study. With Gwinnett Technical College, we offer a variety of different options, over 140 different degree options in associates, including our registered nursing program. We have an ADN program. We also have radiology tech. We have surgical tech, veterinarian tech, but also obviously offering some of our air conditioning technology, which are some of our trades programs, automotive technology. And all of our programs are hands-on. So our students get great hands-on experience and training while you're in these programs. Air conditioning technology, when you walk in, you'll see all of the different kind of air conditioning units and things like that that you'll be actually working on and learning from. 4 different options with that. General Automotive, Mopar, which works with Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Fiat. But we offer a variety of different options in each of these programs. And again, all of these programs are hands-on, so students get great training and experience even before you get to an internship or before you get into the working world. So the steps to complete your application process with us are pretty simple, pretty easy. You submit your application online. Normally it's a $25 application fee, but because of everything that's going on, we are certainly offering a waiver code, which is CV19. So you'll use that code so that you don't have to pay the application fee. And then you have to submit your other requirements, such as your residency requirement, which is literally just a copy of your driver's license or state ID. And as you can see here on the screen, it tells you exactly where to send it to, admissionsdocs@gwinnettech.edu. And then you have to submit your official transcripts. We need all transcripts from all colleges or universities, previous colleges or universities that you've attended. And if you have not attended any other colleges or universities, then we'll need your high school transcripts or your GED or high school equivalency. Right now, if a student graduates from high school with at least a 2.6 GPA or higher, then you'll be exempt from having to take the Accuplacer exam for our associate degree programs. And but if you have taken the SAT or ACT and you will need to take the Accuplacer, then those could replace the Accuplacer test, which just determines what level math and English classes you start out in. And again, these are the ways that you can get these documents to us. So you can submit your transcripts electronically through eScriptSafe, Parchment, or National Student Clearinghouse. And it goes to admissionsdocs@gwinnettech.edu. And then you can also have it sent through snail mail, through the mail, but make sure that if you're sending it through the mail, that you're sending it to Gwinnett Technical College, Attention Admissions Department, and our address is 5150 Sugarloaf Parkway, Lawrenceville, Georgia. Or you can bring it into our recruitment office on campus, which is in building 100, room 601. We'd love to see you. So the next step is if you're interested in our upcoming semester, which is our spring 2022 semester, that's going to start in January the 10th. The financial aid filing deadline right now is October the 11th. However, it doesn't mean that you still can't apply for financial aid if you're interested, but there are other options as well. Our tuition and fees very reasonable as far as our tuition is concerned. You can see here $100 per credit hour if you're in state, plus the $418, and out of state is $200 and $400 if you're foreign tuition rate. We accept financial aid, but please definitely file and fill out your financial aid application as soon as possible. And if you have questions, if you want to know more about some of our specific programs, please take a picture of this QR code here, and we can send you some additional information with regard to our programs or any information as to any other requirements as well. So thank you so much. And again, this gives you some additional details and information about how you can reach us as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Gwinnett Technical College. Our next institution is Virginia Tech.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Donnell Wright. I'm Assistant Director in the Undergraduate Office of Admissions at Virginia Tech. So Virginia Tech was actually founded in 1872 as Virginia Agricultural Mechanical College. And we're actually located in Blacksburg, Virginia, about 6 hours away from Georgia. We're Virginia's 4-year public land grant institution. located in Blacksburg, Virginia, right between two mountains, as you can see in the photo up here. So we're a pretty large institution. We have over around 24,000 undergraduate students, 6,000 graduate students on a 2,600 acre land here in Blacksburg, Virginia, right between the two mountains. One thing I like to put in perspective about Virginia Tech is that we're a pretty large institution. You can make a big school seem small, but you can make a small school seem big. So it's a great many opportunities for students to get active and be involved in the institution. One particular thing about Virginia Tech and that defines Virginia Tech is the idea of service. Ut prosum is our motto, which translates in Latin to that I may serve. So service is integral to Virginia Tech spirit of nation. What we have here at Virginia Tech, we're one of 6 senior military institutions in the country, more similar to like Texas A&M, but essentially have a military institution on a civilian campus. But outside of our military perspectives, we do have opportunities for students to be active within the university. Into that case, as far as research, we're Virginia's largest research institution. Around 70% of our students are doing some form of undergraduate research, and that's for every year. Next is going to be the idea of the 900 clubs and 900 clubs and organizations we have here at Virginia Tech. All of the little things that we want students to get involved in, find those niches, find opportunities for Virginia Tech to see if this is a house you would want to call home. So amongst those 900 clubs and organizations, of course, we have some of the more professional ones, but we do have many of those little things, those little quirks that you would have. So every Monday we have the Chocolate McMondays Club. Every Friday there's a Chicken Wing and Waffles Club. So plenty of opportunities for you to get involved and find those little things that you didn't even know you had an interest in, but now you do have an interest in, that you can find those other friends and family members during that time as well. We're D1 athletics. We're in the ACC, Atlantic Coastal Conference. We're playing the UVAs, UNCs, Dukes, Miami, so on and so forth, from football, basketball, baseball, lacrosse, all the above. So great opportunities for students to get involved and be active on the university. We do have over 110 different majors and over 200 minors and concentrations here in our 8 colleges. Our College of Agriculture and Life Sciences, our top 20 Architecture and Urban Studies, number 33 ranked in College of Engineering, Engineering Department, Liberal Arts and Human Sciences, 55 different majors within there, our National Resource and Environment, Pamplin College of Business, and our College of Science. We also do have a College of Public Health as well for a great opportunity for those students to get involved within things as from public health and medicine. We also do have our Carilion School of Medicine, which is 45 minutes away in Roanoke, Virginia, but as well we do have Virginia Maryland College of Veterinary Medicine on our campus. That's a DVM program for those students who are interested in doctoral veterinary medicine or veterinary studies. So how to apply to Virginia Tech? We're on the coalition and the common application. We don't have a preference of either one that you apply to. We only ask that you apply to one into that case. But overall, how we review students is going to be in a very holistic review perspective. We want to know who you are from you and only from you in 2 particular areas. That's going to be academically and personally. And into that perspective, we want to know what rigorous courses you are taking, AP, IB, dual enrollment courses. We really want to see how successful you were in those most competitive courses at your high school, and as well as we are test optional for the students who, for those senior students who are applying to Virginia Tech into that perspective. Personally, we have 4 personal statements called our Ut prosum profile for students to respond to. And we want you to reflect in those particular experiences, and that's an opportunity to tell us a little bit more about who you are outside of the classroom, along with those extracurricular activities. Those are the things that really separate you from your other students, and we want to see that students are well-rounded and have things as doing outside of the classroom. Now we have our deadlines. We have early decision, early action, and regular decision. Early decision is our binding agreement. You apply by November 1st and be notified mid-December if you have until January 15th to give us your $400 non-refundable deposit. Our early action is our non-binding. You apply by December 1, you'll be notified late February, but you still have until May 1st to see if Virginia Tech's the house you want to call home. Then we have our regular decision, which is our based off the available spaces. And then from there, you apply by January 15th, you'll be notified early March, and you still have until May 1st to see if Virginia Tech's the house you want to call home. In perspective, when it comes to our decisions and how we review students, is really based off the major. So major matters. You are applying to one of those 110 direct majors. So make sure you are applying to the program you are interested in and you have an interest in applying directly. So day 1, you'll be that engineer, you will be that architecture, you'll be that neuroscience student, and so on and so forth. But those are our dates and deadlines for both domestic and international students as well. We do have a very seamless transfer process. But lastly, is kind of that return of investments. Of course, we want you to come to Virginia Tech, have a great time, participate in some of our world-class athletic departments and activities, as we may have seen in recent games against Notre Dame and other games of that nature for football-wise. But we have an 86% graduation rate, where 82% of our students are either employed or pursuing further education 6 months after graduation, making roughly around $65,000 a year. So our Smith Career Center, our Cook Counseling Center, and our Schiffer Health Center make sure that students are physically, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, and academically prepared for that next phase of their lives and well prepared for that next step after graduation. We have a 90% retention rate, so students are coming back from their first year to second year, enjoying their time and continuing on with that Hokie spirit, Hokie Nation. That's all that I have for you all today. So here's our ways for opportunities that you can get in contact with us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and as well on TikTok as well. But thank you.
Thank you, Virginia Tech. Our next institution is Eckerd College.
All right, good evening, everyone. My name is Jenny Connor, and I am an assistant director for admission here at Eckerd College in St. Petersburg, Florida. We are a small liberal arts and sciences college. And if you don't know, St. Petersburg is just outside of Tampa on the west coast of Florida. This is a picture of our 200-acre campus, and we have about 2,000 students who travel from across the US and the world to come and study with us. 90% of our students live on campus with us for all 4 years, so we're a residential college, and about 80% of our student population is from outside the state of Florida, as I will show you in just a second. So like I said, 80% of our students are from outside the state of Florida. The average student is traveling over 1,000 miles from their hometown to come and study at Eckerd. So the typical Eckerd student is very adventurous. They're not afraid to leave home and start a new chapter, and they're looking forward to starting over here in St. Petersburg. So because of these factors and a couple other things, we have a pretty unique academic calendar. I'll explain what that looks like for a first-year student in just a minute, but for our sophomores, juniors, and seniors, what that's going to look like is a 4-1-4. So students will take 4 classes during the fall semester, 1 class during a January winter term that's only 3 weeks long, and then 4 during the spring semester. So a total of 9 academic courses over the year. During that winter term, we encourage students to take a class outside of their major, maybe, take a break from some of the things that they're normally studying, or even to study abroad, kind of break up their academic year a little bit as well, if that's something they're interested in. Now I said that was only for sophomores, juniors, and seniors. For first year students, they do a 1-4-4. So they arrive on campus 3 weeks before the rest of our student population and complete what's called autumn term. This is an intensive academic and orientation experience where students will take 1 academic course. They'll do orientation activities, campus activities, and community service during their time with us. They'll also be meeting with their first faculty mentor. So the cornerstone of the Eckerd experience is not only autumn term, but having a faculty mentor. Every student has one from the day they step foot on campus. This is a faculty member who is there to help support you through your academic experience, help you with registering for classes, getting connected with outside the classroom learning opportunities like internships, research, things of that nature. And they really are just there to help guide and support you. Your first year mentor teaches your autumn term class, like I said, but they'll also be with you until you declare your major. Then you'll be assigned a mentor within that area who is going to help you until you graduate from college. Speaking of studying, so here at Eckerd, we have 40 different majors and 50 minors to choose from, as well as several pre-professional programs such as pre-med or pre-vet that you can select as well. Most students find us because of our world-renowned marine science program, but other popular programs include environmental studies, business, psychology, animal studies, and creative writing. But as you can see from this list, we have a little bit of something for everybody. There's a wide range of topics from the sciences to the humanities and in between as well. To share a little bit about what life at Eckerd is like, this is a picture from campus. Yes, we do have an on-campus beach, and so it's pretty common to see students hanging out down at the beach either during the day, even studying down there because our campus Wi-Fi does reach the beach. But it's an Eckerd tradition that's probably happening right about now to go down to the beach to watch the sunsets. We also, because we are such a residential college, have over 100 clubs and student organizations that students participate in. And then another fun, unique aspect of the Eckerd experience is that we are pet friendly. So that dog you see in the picture lives on campus with our students in one of our pet friendly residence halls. So we have tons of dogs, cats, reptiles, lots of different animals that also live and study with us here at Eckerd. Another part of being on coastal Florida is that we have a lot of water and outdoor activities for our students to take advantage of in and outside of the classroom. We have a waterfront center here at Eckerd, where after you take a swim test, you can check out paddle boards, kayaks, you can take sailing lessons, and that is all included in your student fees. You can also get scuba certified at reduced cost. So it's a lot of fun, and we really encourage students to take advantage of being here in Florida during their time with us. This is also used by some of our academic programs, such as marine science, for faculty to launch boats and take students out to do hands-on learning out in the bay. So, you know, sample collections and studying different things out on the water, that sort of thing. Outside of marine science, we encourage all of our faculty to be hands-on. So there's going to be a variety of different types of instruction here at Eckerd, from lecture and collaborative work to also hands-on stuff like going out and doing sample collection or lab work, that kind of thing. To apply to Eckerd, you can use the Eckerd College application, which you can find on our website, or the common application. We are test optional both this year and next year, but that is a 3-year test pilot. So we don't know if we will remain test optional for anyone who might be a sophomore or a first-year student. So our faculty will hopefully decide sometime this year, and we will keep you updated. In addition to the application itself, which does require an essay, you have to submit your official high school transcripts and then at least one letter of recommendation from an academic source, meaning a teacher or your college counselor. All applicants will have their application fee waived if you apply before December 1st. After December 1st, it is $40 to apply. Now you can also apply early action before November 15th, or rolling admission, which does not have a deadline. However, I highly recommend for all students to apply in this semester or the fall semester of their senior year, because rolling admission also means that we can move to a wait list when we fill up our class, which has happened in the past few years, usually around March of the academic year as well. So to finish up, if you don't know about Eckerd, we are also a part of a group called Colleges That Changed Lives, which is based on a book by the same name. Highly recommend that you take a look. It's a great resource for your college search, but this is from the excerpt on us. Eckerd College might seem like the perfect spot for an easy college career, 4 years marked by the sun, surf, and sand, but if you're looking for a vacation, you should enroll elsewhere. We always like to manage expectations at Eckerd. Obviously, we have a beach and a lot of fun stuff going on. It looks like a lot of fun to go to college at Eckerd, and it is, but it's also a lot of work. We have a very academically rigorous institution, so if you're looking for a personalized educational setting, somewhere where you can really get to know your peers and your faculty, but also to be in a great Florida environment, we might be a good option for you.
Thank you, Eckerd College. Our final institution is Gwinnett College.
All right. I am excited to get to share with you all about my beloved alma mater, Gwinnett College. So we are located on top of Lookout Mountain in Georgia, right on the border of Chattanooga, Tennessee. So as you can see here, this is the city of Chattanooga along the Tennessee River, and that mountain that you can see in the image is Lookout Mountain. So we are incredibly close to Chattanooga, which is a growing city, lots of opportunities to connect for internships, as well as lots of outdoor opportunities. Chattanooga is a very outdoorsy city, and our campus has about 400 acres, and majority of that is undeveloped. So there's a lot of opportunities to get outside, hiking, biking, climbing, any of that. But just to give a little bit of a summary of Gwinnett, so we are a Christian liberal arts college. We represent 42 states, 29 countries. We are a residential college, so over 85% of our students are going to be living on campus. We're also one of only 5 Christian college and universities ranked as a national liberal arts college, and the only one of those in the South. Here you can see just an academic average of the students that are coming into Gwinnett, and just some fast facts of, we're on the Common App, so if you're applying to a lot of colleges, we are available there. I don't know that 1% that does not receive financial aid, but apparently there's that one. We're a smaller student body. We stay just under 1,000 right now. And that means that you're going to have small class sizes, as well as a smaller student to faculty ratio. Our faculty are coming from some pretty prestigious backgrounds, you know, Yale, Stanford, you name it, but they choose to be at a smaller college like Covenant because the opportunity that they have to connect with students, to make sure they're career ready, but also disciple them. Now, the three things that we prioritize at Covenant is academic excellence, spiritual formation, and professional development. So as a Christian college, we do not want our students to have to compromise on academic rigor. We want to ensure that our students are pursuing excellence and doing so in the context of a Christian community and along faculty and staff that are well equipped to prepare you for a career that we hope you'll be able to see as your calling. Integration of faith and learning is an incredibly important thing at Covenant. We like to think of the way that our classes are done. It's not that Christianity is just sprinkled on top of your classes, but it is very interwoven into the way classes are done at Covenant. Your professors are going to be talking about what it looks like to be a Christian in your field. They're asking hard, challenging questions and oftentimes don't necessarily even have the answers, but they're all doing that from a Christian worldview. And so our motto is in all things Christ preeminent, and our mission is to explore and express the preeminence of Christ in all things. Of course, as you'll hear from most colleges, community is also a huge thing. Having graduated from Covenant, I can say it was definitely one of the best parts about being a part of Covenant. It is an incredibly intentional community to be a part of, and that's across students, faculty, and staff. So you'll be a part of a community that is helping challenge you and helping you grow. And of course, having fun. I mean, we're in such a beautiful location. There's a lot of ways to just really enjoy your time at Covenant. And I think our students do that really well while balancing the academic rigor and opportunities to grow as an individual at Covenant. Just so you're aware of the programs, different majors and minors that we offer, I'll pause on this for a second. So I'm an admissions counselor at Covenant. I would be happy to connect with you after this if you're interested in applying to Covenant. Me or one of my other coworkers would walk you through the admissions process. My email is hannah.glad@covenant.edu. We do have a November 15th early action deadline. There's also a deadline for competitive scholarships. If you want to learn more about financial aid opportunities or competitive scholarships, one of these majors, I would be happy to connect with you. But I really appreciate you taking the time out of your evening to learn about Covenant.
All right, thank you, Covenant College. That was our final institution. So I would now like to welcome all of our presenters to join me on camera for a brief Q&A before we wrap up. Awesome. All right, so my first question for you all is, what advice would you give to someone going through the college search process? Hannah, go ahead.
I would say if you have the opportunity to visit campuses, do so. Get to know the students and the faculty and staff, and if they're people that you would want to be like, that could be a good way to sense if that college is going to be a good fit for you.
I would say to also to advocate for yourself. I know it's kind of overwhelming and too tempting to let your parents or a loved one help you through this process and be the one to communicate with us on the college side, but we really want to get to know you because you'll be the one attending college. So if you're the one that reaches out to us and emails with us, attends events, things like that, it's going to be much more helpful and easier for me as your admission counselor to advocate for you on our side.
I would also say come and visit the campus or a campus, because you'll see all of that they have to offer, and all of the resources that are available to you. So you'll get to see the campus itself. I would love to come visit some of these Florida campuses where they have all this water available and around. I'm a beach person, so I would certainly love to come and view and see those in person. So I would definitely say that's important.
I would say don't be afraid to take risks when applying to colleges and universities. Understand the match and fit kind of perspective, as if the institution has the proper major for you, but as well, aligns with some of the lifestyles, or like whether that's location wise, or if it's food options or clubs and organizations, all the things to make that university much of a fit for you. Think broadly about what you have to offer, what the institution has to offer in those perspectives, and as well as ask questions. There's no such thing as a bad question or a dumb question in that perspective. And the last thing is, certainly if there's anything not reflective on your transcript, certainly let us know. The worst thing we can do is assume the worst. And as we all can experience, COVID has impacted all of our lives in some fashion. So make sure you are being transparent with us and letting us know if there's anything that may not be reflective on your transcript, or things that we didn't ask that may have impacted your life. So certainly let us know.
And then I would say just do your research. If there's something that you really want to study, so that way you can do what you want in the long term, that you should definitely research and make sure that whatever colleges you're interested in have that program of study, because you'd hate to go to that school and be highly disappointed that they don't have what you want to do. So that would be what I would do, is just research and make sure that that college has what you want as a major.
Awesome. Great advice there. My next question for you is, what is one myth you would like to debunk about the college admissions process?
That is seamless. Not necessarily always seamless. That's not true. We can say that our processes are always really good and fast and easy, but that's not true. But make sure you have everything in order. Have all of the tools that you need in order to be successful. I think all of us probably have given a lot of that on this call to tell you what's needed and what's necessary. So be prepared to turn in documents on time and things like that. So it's not always seamless, but it can be if you're prepared. So make sure that you're prepared and have everything in order, and then your process will be more seamless.
I think one thing would be is that you have to have a perfect SAT score or a perfect GPA, or the smartest of every perspective in order to get into an institution. We review applications on a contextual basis based off the student and a holistic part of the student. So make sure you are, telling us any and everything about that. In that perspective, we certainly have reviewed students that have perfect SAT scores and perfect GPAs, but they did not put themselves the best foot forward as far as who they are and separating themselves as a person. Institutions really want to get to know who you are in that perspective. So your clubs and organizations, your responses and being reflective on your essays are really just as much as important as your academics. So make sure you are being reflective in doing that. But you don't have to have a perfect, no blemishes transcript in order to do it. We do love an upward trend. Institutions really do love that. So make sure you are having that level of resolve in you.
I think maybe in a similar vein, you don't have to have it all figured out before applying to colleges. You don't have to know exactly what you want to do. That can be helpful, of course, but a lot of times the colleges might even have some space within your first year or two for you to begin figuring it out at the college. So you can apply to places with a few ideas in mind, but you don't have to have your whole future figured out before applying. Just apply, ask questions, and visit the campus as you can.
I really can't think of anything else, but I would agree with everything that has been said.
Awesome. All right, one last question for you. What is one thing want our attendees to remember about your college or university?
For Gwinnett Technical College, I would say the hands-on training and experience that you would get. So that's why I reiterated the importance of coming to a campus and visiting it and seeing what it's about. We may be a technical college, but you'll be surprised of all the programs that we offer and the hands-on training that you receive and get with Gwinnett Technical College. So I think that to me is key for us with Gwinnett Tech.
For me, we're very small, but it's like a family here. So if you're looking for something small where you're going to be welcomed into it and you're going to feel out like you're at home, that's definitely us. We just like everyone.
For Virginia Tech, I think the main thing about what we would love for you to remember is our location. We're about 6 hours away from here, so away from just Georgia overall, at least the metro Atlanta area. Into that perspective, we're in a small town in Blacksburg, Virginia, so you have a big school in a small town, but we have tons of things and opportunities for students to make that experience much smaller than it would be. If you love hiking, we have 17 different hiking events around the Blacksburg area. We have the most diverse tree species, which I just learned like last week, which is crazy to think about. But plenty of things to do. And even though we are a pretty large school, we have a student faculty ratio of 14-1 with a class size of 20-1. So we're a big school, small towns, and very independent and individual experiences that you can have.
It kind of cut out for me, but with the question, but I'm assuming you're asked one thing we want them to remember about us. Okay. Yeah, I would say Eckerd's a very unique place. So everyone at Eckerd has something they're super passionate about, but that's different for a ton of different students. We like to say that our students are barefoot and brainy, so that can kind of conjure some images. There's a lot of tie-dye on campus, as you might imagine, that sort of thing. But our students are very academically motivated, but they're also very community minded and engaged. So they support and welcome each other. And it's a really special place to be. So if you really want a strong community, but also challenging academics, we are a really good option.
I would say that, you know, it's definitely possible to get a valuable degree in education at Covenant, but I think even more than that or better than that is being a part of a community that really cares for you and wants to shape you for the better. I think college is such a formative time, so where you choose to attend college really matters. And so Covenant's a really great place to be.
Wonderful. Thank you all for your input and for your wonderful advice. We are running low on time, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this session, but thank you all for your responses. I have just a few remarks to share with you all before we wrap up tonight's session. So thank you to our attendees who were able to join us, and thank you for those of us who are watching on demand. For those attending, when you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 5-question survey. Please fill it out and share any feedback you can provide, and we'd really appreciate that. You will be able to find the recording for this session, as well as any other sessions you've missed at strivescan.com/probe. Thank you for attending, and I hope you have a wonderful evening.
Thank you.